Now, the war between Israel and Hamas only seems to be deepening further, Shivan. Two sides as Israel continues with its attacks on the militant group.
On Sunday, Israel signaled its intent to encircle Gaza's main city. They published pictures of battle tanks on the Palestinian enclave's western coast, 48 hours ordering expanded ground incursions across its eastern border. Israel's self-declared second phase of a 3-week war against Hamas militants had initially been kept from public view, with forces moving under darkness and a telecommunications blackout cutting off Palestinians.
But according to Gaza residents, the phone and internet cuts appeared to be easing on Sunday. But the loss of communication had severely hampered rescue operations for casualties of Israeli barrages, wreaking destruction, especially on northern Gaza, which is believed to be the site of Hamas's government and command centers as well. Meanwhile, Hamas has said that its fighters were engaged in heavy fighting in Gaza, where Israel its escalated ground operations as calls multiplied to deliver aid to the Palestinian territory after weeks of siege and bombardment. And as Israel continues to bomb Gaza, according to the health ministry in the Hamas-ruled Gaza, over 8,000 Palestinians have been killed since the war broke out on the 7th of October. It said on Sunday that the toll has risen to 8,005 Palestinians, including more than 3,300 minors and over 2,000 women. Meanwhile, according to Israeli officials, the fighting has killed more than 1,400 people in Israel, mostly civilians, who died in the initial Hamas attacks. Moreover, since the initial attack by Hamas, the escalation has ratcheted up domestic pressure on Israel's government to secure the release of some 230 hostages. So far, only 4 hostages have been released by Hamas.
עד כה מסרנו הודעה למשפחותיהם של 311 חיילי צה"ל ו-239 חטופים. אני רוצה להסביר את המספר הזה. זה מספר לא נתפס, 239 חטופים. בקרב החטופים יש אזרחים עובדים זרים, מספר לא קטן שלהם, שזהותם והגעה למשפחות שלהם מורכבת עבורנו. לוקח לנו זמן לבנות את התמונה הזאת, ומכאן גם המספר שציינתי, 239. אנחנו ממשיכים במאמצים כבירים לאסוף מידע ולעדכן את המשפחות כל הזמן. מספר הנעדרים ממשיך לרדת ועומד כעת על 40.
World leaders have underlined the urgency of increasing aid to Hamas-controlled territory. UN Chief Antonio Guterres has said that the situation, and I'm quoting here, was growing more desperate by the hour as casualties increase as essential supplies of food, water, medicine dwindle. According to the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, Israel is repeatedly bombing around Al-Quds Hospital in central Gaza, causing damage and putting civilian lives at risk. And according to doctors, moving hundreds of patients who are currently being treated is not possible, where some 1,400 people are seeking shelter and aid. Meanwhile, protesters worldwide have rallied for a ceasefire after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu steeled his nation for a long and difficult war. But despite calls for humanitarian truce, international outrage and potential risk to hostages held in Gaza continues. Israel has intensified the war triggered by Hamas's unprecedented attacks.